On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Oklahoma Sooners taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sooners will kick it away to start us off. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed behind the line, it's Smith. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. He's looking to throw. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense coming up big there. And the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And this is not the way they envision the opening drive going, with the 3rd and long coming up. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got the quick pass. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, and I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it. Still on his feet at the 45. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
It'll be a draw. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down line.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Now 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, looking to throw. This one's complete. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Getting set for 1st down. The give to the back. At the 35, he's got room. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown Sooners.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he puts through the extra point. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Here he comes with the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll start this drive firing. Intercepted. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays. And
the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over the Sharks. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you...
Fires the pass, intercepted. Touchdown Sooners! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Quarterback will audible. On second down, wants to throw it. Going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The Sooners look to do some damage in the red zone. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Wants to throw. It's Braxton. He's got it down the middle. Touchdown, Oklahoma! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll start this drive with a pass. Pressure coming. He's going to take off.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They've got a chance to get out from their own end. 2nd and 6 from the 18. Off play action. They're bringing heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Braxton. They're trying to get to him. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
This offense doing business in the red zone. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown Sooners. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of a great field position.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oklahoma, 42, Memphis, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Wheaton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
First and 10.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Henry. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here and close the gap a little bit going into the 2nd half.
He's going to pass. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
They'll try the run. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Braxton. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
With the catch, it's Ocha. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Seems as if he has reservations for 6 every time he touches the ball.
What is that, Reese? That's 3 already, I think, for him in the first half. So great start. I'd keep feeding him, I think. He's doing okay.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by a field goal over Wyoming. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. Doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. To the air, it's Boyd. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He rifles one deep to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy. A 42-yarder from the left hash. Not a chance. Missed it. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Memphis about to boot it away to start the second half.
Set to advance on the football.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Picked off. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Off the play fake on first down. Lets it fly. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, this defense has been lights out for the majority of this football game. They did give up a score to this guy, but they know who the big weapon is. They know where the quarterback is going to be looking. So here in the second half, they're going to have a plan for him, and they did on that last one.
Looking for a man. It's Boyd. And wings it incomplete. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. The give is to Smith. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got fourth down.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. At the 35, he's loose. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
I got to challenge my guys all throughout the week. We get these short yardage situations. Who's the bigger man? Who's the better man? Who's going to be more physical? These are the situations we practice all week. Challenge the manhood of the offensive line, and they come through in a big way.
He wants to throw. He's right on target.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Memphis hoping to take advantage of this red zone trip. Caught in the backfield. It's Banks. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Memphis just keeps moving the chains on this drive. They're set up with another first down. It's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Hands it off. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw, it's Boyd. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tiger.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty.
Returner goes at
First down here for the offense. Here's the handoff. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the tailback. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slipped through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking downfield, it's Boyd. And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. Touchdown Sooners. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with a pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wheaton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It falls incomplete and will change into the field to get things started back up.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 56, Memphis 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Back to throw, it's Boyd. He looks that one in nicely. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They keep attacking through the air. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he intercepts it. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. At the 20. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the ground, it's Barnes. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They'll try to pass their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Barrels ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Coming after it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
The one thing I love about this defensive coordinator is that he has a lot of different exotic runs. He's not just going to rush with 4. He's not just going to rush with 3. He's not just going to blitz linebackers. This guy's blitzing DBs.
Good right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Looking downfield, it's Boyd. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quickly complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Now, a 4th down.
Two minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. All they needed were a couple of inches, and they were able to convert on 4th down.
And I like the play call. You don't have to be perfect when you just need a couple of inches. I mean, you got a back that you trust that can lower his pads, fall forward, go get it. Love the call.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. To the air, it's Boyd. Right down the middle. Finds a man on the right. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Getting some heat. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere, and you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
2nd down.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College.